Hello, everybody. Joe Bag of Donuts here, and welcome back for another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue. Episode coming up a little later than I had intended. For once, I know I say this every single time they come up late, but it's not my fault. And in all honesty, yesterday, if my plan, had went as I had well planned, it would have this episode would have gone up like 12 hours ago. However, issue was, I was doing a nice relaxed Sunday yesterday, just hanging out, playing my games, capital G gamer, you know how it is. Went on my walk, went for like 7 miles, came back. I'm like, that was like 2.5 hours. I can relax a little bit. So I did. Then I started playing some more games because, it's Sunday, gotta get on that grind in FF14, almost done leveling Black Mage to 80. Thank God, so I can never touch that fucking class again. Though I say that, and I have Red Mage next, which, in all honesty, I can't remember which one I like more, Black Mage or Red Mage. So we'll find out in my annual bitching report. I say annual, more like daily. Every single time at the beginning of these videos, so you'll hear about it in the future, how my opinion on Red Mage is. But as I'm leveling up through my dungeon, going I was going to finish that dungeon, and then I was going to start recording. However, all of a sudden, my PC turned off. I'm like, uh-oh. Then I look around my house, and it's like, oh, everything's off. So then I go downstairs, check out the breaker box. Nothing's tripped. Oh, yikes. Stick my head outside. No one else in the neighborhood has power either. So I just had to sit without power for most of the evening. And of course, once I get tired of waiting, I'm like, okay, I can't even fucking cook dinner because there's no electricity. I can't turn on my stove. I'm like, fine, I'll order something from a restaurant that's outside of the power outage zone. So I do, and lo and behold, as soon as I fucking do, 5 minutes later, power comes back on. So it's like, god damn it, wasted money for no goddamn reason. Now I gotta wait even longer because I gotta wait for the food to get here. Now I gotta eat it because I don't want to start recording and then stop to eat dinner and then come back and make a bunch of weird throat noises, all gunky and ugh in the microphone. You're welcome. But by the time I was done, it was 9:30 at night. I'm like, yeah, no, I got work tomorrow. No way. I'm staying up till 11:30 midnight. It's fine. Episode's still coming up on the day it's supposed to, just a little bit late. Just a smidge. And it's 4:30 right now, so pretty much as soon as I got home. Got home, went out to water my potatoes. I was heartbroken, distraught to see that the fucking landscapers weed-whacked my goddamn potatoes. There was one survivor that was growing real close to the bamboo stick I had driven in the ground to mark out the plot of don't fucking do anything here. I even put around rocks. I put fucking rocks around it, be like, don't fucking mow this shit. But nope. Potatoes got. So horrifically heartbroken. Tried to dig it up to see okay, is there even anything enough that I can replant? And it's no. It's any tuber down there that was gonna become a potato was the size of a bean. And it's motherfucker. So I'll just have to, I don't know, get some chicken wire and pin it around it so that way they can't even get near it. I'm genuinely upset about that, by the way. I fucking threw my shovel in the ground, fucking cussing out loud, stomping around my backyard, what the fuck, man? Fortunately, I have a decent fence, and none of my neighbors were out, so I could do whatever I want. And that leads us to here, where I'm in my nice, comfy shorts. What's the Joey with the Rattata on Route 2 or whatever is I like shorts, they're comfy. That's me. Mainly because Rattata is actually a fucking goated mon. So is Raticate. Raticate's really fucking strong, actually. You teach that motherfucker Hyperfang, dude can carry you halfway through the game solo. Ugh. Also, the pollen's been pretty rough, so my throat's acting up. Fortunately, it's like a dry cough instead of like a hacking, like gross-sounding one. Though, I suppose whether my coughing into the microphone sounds gross or not is up to you. But from my perspective, I definitely prefer having a kind of dry, slightly wheezing one instead of like someone trying to like turn their lung inside out. Like it's fucking melting. But yeah, that's all I got. Last episode, we hung out with Nomiki more, flirted some more, got some more fun dream sequence stuff. Let's see where it goes. Sounds like a plan. I agree. Let's go. I woke up to the invigorating glow of the morning sun. I sat up in bed, spaced out in a daze for a moment. I turned over the events of the previous night's dream in my mind, especially the parts with Nomiki in them. Darling. Yeah! I clutched to my head in anguish. But then I sat back up with a start and looked over at the door. It wasn't cracked open. Whew. Looks like nobody was peeking in today. I could hear Kyoko-san's voice from the next room over. Never mind. I got caught after all. Ugh. Sort of feels like I'm devolving further and further as a person with each passing day. No matter how much I'm into Nomiki, dreaming about her night after night's a bit much, isn't it? And they're all dreams that work out weirdly well for me, too. Darling. Yeah. And back to the head clutching. I'm interested in her, sure. But this is definitely the first time I've dreamed about the same girl as this many times in a row. Just how badly did I fall for her? It's fairly badly, but also you're getting, like, sucked into, I don't know, some fucking spiritual dream world again, as you are wont to do. So that's kind of exacerbating the issue. Exasperating? I was a mess of doubts and worries, but I still decided to take part in the daily patrol.
今日も島は平和だ。こののどかな雰囲気も外の人たちに分かってもらえるといいんだが。
It was all that stupid dream's fault. I'm gonna stop staring at Nomiki. Angel.
何か言ったか?
Nope. Definitely didn't say anything at all.
そうか?
Yeah.
高原、最近何かあったのか? このところ様子がおかしくなる。
He must have like hit his head when he caught you. Like it must have smacked against the power. I mean, not the power pole, the broadcast tower. Like when he recoiled back, he gave himself some like minor brain damage. I always act strange, right?
それはそうだが。
Yeah, but it's a different flavor of strange. What? No, deny that, please.
何かあるなら相談ぐらいには乗るぞ。
No, I'm not exactly troubled about anything.
そうか。それならいいんだが。
I was all ready to confess to her yesterday, but the dream had me feeling weirdly guilty. I ended up sort of inarticulate. Not to mention, I was pretty sure that Nomiki was acting unusually conscious of me yesterday, but today she was right back to normal. And maybe even less enthusiastic about telling her my feelings. Though on the other hand, I certainly wouldn't want us to be that awkward around each other forever.
高原が大丈夫なら私の頼みを聞いてもらってもいいだろうか。
Oh, yeah, sure. If it's something I can help with.
よかった。それは助かる。実はな、近々少年団主催のイベントがあるんだ。
We are?
ああ、運営側なので参加する方じゃなくて裏方なんだが、本来ならこの島の客人であるお前には楽しんでもらう方に参加してもらうべきなのだが。
But since you seem to have so much fun doing association work, nah, working behind the scene actually sounds pretty fun. I'm totally okay with that.
そうか。では、高原にも手伝いを頼んでもいいだろうか。
Of course I will. Temporary or not, I'm still a youth association member right now. I'll give it my all to make the event a
そ
success.
れは頼もしい。きっと運営には
Yeah, how
運営
weirdly
の楽し
unlike
み
him.
もあると思う。だから形は違えど高原には楽しんでほしいんだ。
I bet I can do several people's worth of work after hearing that from you.
頼りにさせてもらう。
I was sure that anything could be fun if I was doing it with Nomiki. So, what's the event?
肝試し大会だ。
Ah, yeah. That's pretty standard for summer.
あ、毎年のイベントなんだ。
So, working behind the scenes means we'll be scaring people, right? You know, I'm pretty well versed when it comes to these things.
それは珍しい特技だな。
Yeah. I remember those days long past. It was back during my last summer in middle school.
世の中には合法的に女の子と密着する方法があるらしいんだ。
マジかよ。そんなこと可能なのか？
肝試しさ。
If you say so. I get it. When girls get scared, they cling to whoever's standing nearby them.
そうか。合法的密着だ。
でもそのためには大切なことが一つあるんだ。
What's that? Picking the right place for the trial?
男の俺たちが驚いちゃいけないってことさ。
I gotta say stoic and dependable.
なるほど。確かに。
In other words, we need to forge our bodies and spirits to be as hard as unyielding as iron, so we can face any situation without wavering.
そこに帰結するけど、もっと簡単な方法があるんだ。
Yeah, I know what's coming. Cheat.
教えてくれ。
肝試しのあらゆる驚かせポイントを知っておくんだ。
I see. If you know what's coming, it can't scare you.
じゃあ研究しようぜ。肝試しを。
That summer, we went all over the place experiencing every trial of courage we could find. Of course, since I went to an all-boys school, it never came in handy at all. I gazed vacantly in the direction of my hometown.
男子校だと役に立たないのか？
Nothing. Just talking to myself. Anyway, the point is I'll help out.
頼む。早速明日コースの下見をしたいと思っているんだ。付き合ってもらってもいいか？
Yeah, of course. I'd be up for anything if it meant spending more time with her. And besides, behind the scenes or not, Trial of Courage is a classic opportunity for guys and girls to get closer to each other. I was looking forward to tomorrow. Wow, that was a short day. No dream sequence? Works for me. Oh, I also remembered I poured my coffee like 15 minutes ago. I should probably have a sip. Oh, God. An issue I have with my, like, cup and, like, the little saucer design that goes with it. If I pour in the coffee when it's really hot and then I don't touch it for a while, the bottom of the cup forms such a good seal against the saucer that it, like, vacuums itself to it. And when I pick up the cup, like, the saucer comes with it, and I gotta, like, pry it off the bottom. But be careful not to, like, pull too hard, and then when it goes, the coffee goes everywhere. It can be a real challenge sometimes. The next day, the two of us went up into the mountains to check out the course for the Trial of Courage. It was the middle of the day, so it wasn't exactly scary. But being alone with Nomiki in the mountains was still enough to set my heart pounding.
昼間から下見に付き合わせてしまって悪いな。明るい時間でなければ正しいコースを作れないんだ。
Mm-hmm. It's like setting up camp. You always want to do it before sun goes down. Well, yeah, that makes sense. The plan was to meet up with the rest of the Youth Association that evening. Once everyone was together, we'd put what we learned into practice and rehearse our routine for scaring the participants. Well, the anticipation's always the most fun part about events like this. I mean, it always feels like the moment they begin, they're already over.
確かにそうかもしれないな。
The topic brought to mind the concept of the quiet after a festival. The more excited you get for something, the more let down you feel when it's over. Excitement and letdowns always come in a set like that. Summer vacation's the same way. In a broad sense, living on this island's more or less one big event for me. I wonder how I'll feel when I have to go home. Okay, what sort of places should I be looking out for?
コース全体の確認と、あとは脅かすのに適したかポイントのチェックだな。あとは危険な箇所のチェックは念入りに頼む。
Yeah, maybe don't put a jump scare like right next to a tight, like unguarded corner on a cliff face. That someone will like jump off of in fear. Dangerous areas, huh? Yeah, this is deep in the mountains. Of course there'd be a dangerous spot or two. And considering it'll be dark during the real deal, we'll have to be particularly careful. Ugh.
高原
I
の
gotta
地
be
元
careful
の
not to
肝
yawn in the
試
middle
は
of my lines.
どのようなものなんだ？
Well, most of them were indoor deals in theme parks and stuff. They weren't quite like haunted houses, though.
それは怖くないんじゃない
No.
か？
Well, some settings can be creepy specifically because they're indoors. Like, they make them look like old, rundown schools or abandoned hospitals and stuff.
それは都会の肝試しは制作者の性格の悪さがにじみ出ているな。
Yeah, it's not for them to have fun, it's to scare the shit out of them.
想像するだけでもう怖いじゃないか。
Even you get freaked out with stuff like that?
当たり前だ。私だって女の子だぞ。
So? True enough. My bad. But anyway, this is my first time doing one outdoors, so I'm pretty excited.
そんな風に下見まで楽しんでくれると私も嬉しい。
That's so. Anyway, at the very least, we have to make sure there aren't any accidents.
本番当日は青年団の人たちにも手伝ってもらって危険な場所の警備に当たってもらう予定だ。
In that case, we just have to be super careful to find all of them.
うむ、頼む。
Nomiki and I walked slowly along the mountain path, conducting an exactingly thorough check of the environment.
本番は夜で暗いからな。その前提でチェックしてほしい。
The roots of rocks sticking out of the ground that look normal in the daytime can blend in the dark. Places that would be dangerous in the dark. In that case, wouldn't this be pretty dangerous? There's a big dent right in the middle of the path.
確かに暗かったら危険だな。後で埋めて平らにしておこう。ここは根が張り出していて危険そうだ。コースを変えた方がいいかもしれない。
Look, there's a cliff right over there. The curve here is pretty sharp too, so it'd be probably pretty dangerous in the dark.
ロープか何か張っておいた方がいいかもしれない。警備にも立っていてもらおう。
At each point we checked, Nomiki took notes on the map she brought along with her. I took notes on my own map as well. Having the two of them to compare with each other would make the whole thing even safer, in theory. But man, it must really be pitch black here at night.
山の中だからな。懐中電灯を持ってもらうが。
It really depends on the cloud cover and like what the moon's looking like. If it's like a full bright moon with no cloud cover, you can see pretty well. Oh, sounds perfect. That'll make the scaring all the more worthwhile. I was getting excited just thinking about it. I wanted to make the event a success, for Nomiki's sake.
さて、こんなものか。一度役場に戻るとするか。
Actually, I have a stop I want to make along the way. So, can you head back first?
そうか。用事があるならそちらを優先してくれて構わない。ただ、夜には役場に来てくれ。
Yeah, of course. Nomiki and I parted ways. She headed for the town hall. And I wonder if they'll be there. Made my way to the secret base. Yes, get to plotting. Before long, night fell. All the members of the Youth Association gathered up in front of the town hall. Where's Shira?
人が多いの嫌だって。
Yeah, no, that sounds like her, alright. I sort of thought she'd show up, since she did for the article planning meeting the other day. I saw Ruichi and Tencent standing a short ways away. After Nomiki and I parted ways, I met up with them at the secret base to chat with them about something. Specifically, about a second try confessing to Nomiki to make up for my spectacular failure 2 days back. That was more their failure. They really fucking screwed the pooch on that one. I figured that the first step should be to build up an atmosphere conducive to a confession. We decided to make use of this trial of courage test run. The plan was to let me show off my good points and charm Nomiki's socks off. And then, what are you gonna do with her sockless feet guy? Hello? What? Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't even... And then, with her in that sockless state, I'd seize the chance to man up and tell her how I feel. Counting on you, Ruichi, Tencent.
任せておけラジャ。俺たちがお前に勝利を約束しよう。
The two of them nodded meaningfully towards me.
のみき、ちょっと提案あんだけど、
なんだ？
ハイリからコースを教えてもらったんで、俺たち先に行くわ。で、驚かすテストすっから、お前と
私と高原でか？
Easy enough.
青は俺たちと一緒に驚かせる役だ。
え、なんで？
Yeah, I don't know.
察しろ、青。
お前も気づいているはずだ。
Does being childhood friends with somebody make you capable of telepathy or something?
高原は私と二人でいいのか？
Yeah, of course. Since we're the ones who planned out and checked the course and scare points and stuff, it sort of makes sense for us to do the testing.
それもそうだな。
では決まりだ。
じゃ、俺らは先に行ってるぜ。
ごゆっくり。
The three of them walked off towards the mountain, studying the course map. Suddenly, they all turned back in unison to look at me. And then, for some reason, they all smirked. Oh, is Nomiki real scaredy pants? Even if they know where the scares are gonna be? Well, it's even darker than I expected. Not to mention creepier, too. The mountain had an almost uncanny feel to it in the dark of night. Ugh! Something just moved. What was that?
イノシシかなんかだろう。
A boar.
ここはいろいろな生き物がいるからな。
Yeah, you've been attacked by it multiple times. I see. Oh crap, that's right. This is that sort of place. I wasn't really scared of ghosts or anything like that. Hell, I even welcomed that sort of occult phenomenon. Wild animals, though, were a different matter entirely. Yeah, because they're real and they'll fucking attack you. They're dangerous. Like, seriously, wild boars and stuff could genuinely kill you.
なんだ？震えているのか？
City boy. No way! I'm trembling with excitement.
武者震いをするほど張り切らなくてもいいんだぞ。下見だからな。
True enough. Aren't you scared, Nomiki?
いや、特に怖くはないぞ。
Huh? You're not? Not at all?
よく知った山だしな。それに、肝試しは毎年恒例のイベントだ。慣れている。
Ah, right. That was probably in part because she thought she knew where the people on Scare and Doodoo would be stationed. Speaking of which, we'd reached the first scare point in just a moment. Or so she thought. In actuality, I asked Roichi and the others to ad-lib the scare so that she'd actually get caught off guard. All the points that Nomiki and I planned out were just distractions. Ugh. So the noise made me jump. Ugh. Talk about lame.
やっぱり怖いんじゃないのか？
Nah, ghosts don't scare me at all. But okay, seriously, something's out there.
だから、イノシシかなんかだろう。
You know boars are dangerous, right?
心配するな。私が守ってやる。
Nomiki held Hydro Gladiator Kai at the ready. My heart skipped a beat. Just then, a strange glowing orb-like something floated across the path. Now we're talking! Nomiki, look! There's some sort of disembodied spirit just floating by. I figured that this was my chance and scooted a bit closer to Nomiki as I shouted. I bent my elbow to make my arm extra grabbable. I was very much asking for her to grab onto my shirt. Full-on clinging to my arm would be fine too, of course.
見たぞ。そう珍しいものでもないだろう。
Oh, so freaking cool.
だいたい人玉というのはプラズマという化学現象だからな。
Just swamp gas. Ah, so that's where you're coming from. A strange, terrible scream echoed across the mountainside. It was so abrupt that it made me jump.
今の声は。
It looks like that one had actually caught Nomiki off guard too. I had to guess. Maybe this mountain's haunted by some sort of vengeful spirit. I tried to figure out even more.
いや、呪いだ。
Wait, what?
駄菓子屋のおばあさんを知らないか？
Oh yeah, we caught that curse in Shimapong. I mean, I know about her. What does she have to do with this?
時々、駄菓子屋のおばあさんが叫ぶんだ。
Like, Kid, you mean?
うむ。
That's sort of terrifying in a totally different sense, isn't it?
あとあれは映るからな。
It is! Holy crap.
まあ野生動物の鳴き声とでも思っておけばいい。
It's not stopping at all. Hmm? Oh, just a boar. Wait, holy shit! Nomiki, get behind! She chased it away with a few well-placed
言っ
shots.
ただろ、私が守ってやると。
My socks were officially charmed.
ねえ、全然うまくいかないんだけど。
飲み気が驚かないのは分かっていたから、あえて高原を脅かすつもりだったんだがな。
あいつも意外とオカルトに強いんだな。
その割に二人の距離は近づいている。
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
しれったいわね。こう強引に肩でも抱いちゃえばいいのに。
Okay, yeah, though he is like a huge pussy, though, so you can't
入
blame
り
him.
はああ見えてヘタレだからな。
ヘタレだな。
仕方ないわね。ちょっと私がエッチな雰囲気にしてくるわ。
Oh. Will you now?
うむ。驚かせるポイントに良一たちがいないな。
Well, there's only 3 of them, so they can't cover all the points we picked out, I guess.
なるほど。それもそうだな。
Look, something just fell over there.
これはエッチな本だ。
Hell yeah, woods porn! And that Meow's doing.
青だな。
アホか。
なんでよ。あんなの見ちゃったら絶対意識するでしょ。
I mean, if they were at my level, we'd pick it up and like flip through and be like, check this out. But they are unable to do that for a multitude of reasons.
死ねえや。
いや、俺もいきなり卓球漫画が降ってきたな。
I mean, if it was Ping Pong the animation, I would get it.
たぎらねえよ。
Those guys are definitely up to something weird. I had a feeling they'd forgotten about this trial of courage entirely. Another boar? All the animals were still scary, of course. But Nomiki kept her cool, Hydro at the ready.
よらば撃つ。
She was completely putting me to shame in the manly department. We stayed still for a moment, but whatever was making those sounds never showed itself. She stowed Hydra away and looked over at me.
高原。
Yeah?
ほら、
Nomiki reached her hand out towards me. What?
手を貸せ。怖いなら私が手を引いてやる。
I mean, I'm not really scared though.
さっきからビクビクしているじゃないか。
I mean, I wasn't scared about the trial or ghosts or anything. I was just experiencing a perfectly normal level of alarm at the prospect of getting mauled by a wild animal. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm scared. This is my chance. Chance to hold Nomiki's hand without it being weird or unnatural at all. People say it all the time, right? You have to strike while the iron's hot. Sure, I might look like a pathetic excuse for a man for now, but this could absolutely lead to better results in the future. I held my hand out to
思
Nomiki.
ったより素直だな。
Well, I mean, I am scared after all.
その割に声は震えていないが、まあいい。
Nomiki took my hand in hers.
これなら怖くなかろう。
Her hand was way smaller than I expected it to be. It's warm.
高原、
Never mind. Thanks.
じゃあ行くぞ。
It's because she's wearing fingerless gloves in the summer, dude. On the plus side, that means she won't be able to feel like your nervous, sweaty hands. Nomiki pulled, or rather, held my hand as we walked along.
見ろ。あの二人手つないでるぜ。
うまくいっているようだな。
やっぱり私のが決め手になったみたいね。
I think you did more harm than good.
そうなのか。
認めがたいが、そういうことなのだろう。
まったく、あの二人もエッチね。
じゃ、青師匠。次の一手
Also, you just had the thing on you? Where? Why? For what reason?
そうね。次は熱烈な抱擁で。
抱き合わせるのか。
よっしゃ任せとけ。
自分で言っといてなんだけど、どうやるつもりかしら。
No clue. Let's watch and see.
わからんが、
うん
守るとしよう。
Wonder how much further we have to go.
心配するな。もうすぐゴールだ。怖いのに付き合わせてすまなかったな。
It's not like that, really. When you reach the goal, I'd have to let go of her hand. I really wasn't looking forward to that. Something funny happened?
いや、違うんだ。すまない。男子と手をつないで歩いているのが少しおかしくてな。
Well, I guess we did end up holding hands in the end, yeah.
結果的に
I kind of thought you'd get more scared and rely on me a bit more or something.
そんなことを考えていたのか。
Ah, crap, I just said that out loud. Oh, forget that, please.
可愛げのない女で申し訳なかったな。
No, I wouldn't say that at all. The opposite, really. You're amazing.
私がか
You're incredibly unshakable, I guess. Being with you like this is really reassuring for me.
そう言われることに悪い気はしないな。だが、私は別に特別強いわけじゃない。ただ、そうありたいと思っているだ
Yeah,
けだ。
take it till you make it. Don't worry about it. Being able to say that about yourself's pretty amazing in its own right.
そうかお前にそう言われると不思議と嬉しくなる。
Nomiki smiled in a sort of bashful way. Wait, is it just me or do we have a really good mood going here? The atmosphere, the flow of the conversation. I think I can do this. Nomiki.
ナイトバージ
Roichi charged out onto the path, half naked, completely ruining everything. Using the slope of the path to his advantage, he sped right past us at an incredible pace before he could even react.
海水浴場以外での場所で服を脱ぐことは
Nomiki reflexively reached for a gun. But the circumstances were a bit unusual, of course. She held her water gun with both hands, one of which, at the moment, was holding onto mine. Perhaps forgetting that fact, she jerked her hand towards her gun anyway, still firmly grasping mine. Oh, is she gonna, like, break your wrist? Squeeze. Whoa! She pulled me off balance. I toppled towards her.
Takahara!
Realizing my predicament, Nomiki held out her arms to catch me. Man, she really is manly to the bitter end. That is, in every sense except height and stature. Hey man, you can be a burly short guy, it's fine. Like, one of my best friends growing up, he's like 5'6", maybe even 5'5", but, you know, if you work out, you know, you can become like that kind of, like a barrel of a man kind of thing. You know, it's kind of short, but really stout and strong. Chicks dig that too. Also have my window open and the doomsday sirens going off, so you can probably hear it. Yeah, you can probably only hear what I'm talking in the background. The noise gate might be catching most of it. I collapsed on the ground, taking Nomiki right along with me, while I take a sip of coffee and wait for this stupid siren to hopefully stop. So that way it's not blaring in the background in a potentially, you know, emotionally heavy romantic scene, ruining the ambiance. Oh, I think it's spooling down. Yep. Wrap my arms around the back of her head, hoping to at the very least spare her from any serious injury. Managed to break her fall pretty well, thankfully. Nothing seemed to hurt particularly badly. However, my lips felt weirdly warm, and I couldn't breathe. I jumped away from her in a blind panic. Sorry! Nomiki raised a hand up to her lips and stiffened up. Even in the darkness, I could tell that she was blushing. That wasn't on purpose.
分かっている。今のは事故だ。
Did you like it, though? Right, an accident. Ooh, stupid ghost, it's all your fault.
そうだな、幽霊だな。
Nomiki took a long, deep breath. Anyway, seriously, I'm so sorry.
いい、気にするな。
But
ただの事故だ。今のは忘れてくれ。
what if?
私も忘れる。それより怪我はないか？擦り傷でも放っておくとばい菌が入って大変だ。
Nah, I think I'm okay.
それはよかった。
Nomiki smiled the same way she always did. Her attitude made it all too clear. I'll forget it too. I could tell exactly what she meant by that.
さ、先を急ぐぞ。
Yeah. Nomiki walked briskly ahead. She didn't try to take my hand again. If it were that easy for me to forget something just because I wanted to, my life would be a whole lot easier. In short, I couldn't forget, whether I wanted to or not. I'd been so sure we had a good mood going, but maybe that was all just in my head. We made our way to the course's goal, Shrine, where we met up with Tenzen and the others. Nomiki shot Ruichi into an immobile heap without saying a word. After that, Nomiki laid out her ideas for revising the course. It was all perfectly normal. Her attitude was so excessively normal, in fact, that Al and Tenzen were clearly desperately resisting the urge to ask if something happened. As for me, I was pretty much entirely in the daze. Even after I got home, I remained in that absent-minded state. Not even a speck of interest, I guess. It really did seem like she forgot about the kiss entirely. I guess kissing me's just that insignificant to her. I should just go to sleep. Maybe I'll manage to forget about it overnight, too. Ooh boy. Now let's see how she really feels. With a really grossly horrific invasion of privacy by, like, peering into someone's dreams. Though I guess he's not really doing it on purpose. Well, we'll find out, as the plot thickens. I was running. How long had I been running? No clue. All I knew was that my breathing was ragged and painful. So presumably I've been doing this for quite some time.
高原、大丈夫か？
Nomiki was running next to me. Apparently running away from someone. I'm fine. My heart felt like it was about to explode. My legs were like lead. It's like I was running through mud. But I wasn't concerned about myself at all. Forget me. Are you okay, Nomiki? Nomiki was gradually slowing down. She looked like she was having a really tough time. Yeah, because her legs are so short.
私はもうダメかもしれない。私のことは放っておいて先に行ってくれ。
Moron. Don't just give up. You can't run any further. I'll carry you.
バカを言うな。そんなことをしたら奴らに追いつかれるぞ。
Hey. Speaking of which, who were we running from anyway? The moment I thought that.
見つかったか。
They appeared behind us and were closing in. They were Tenzen and Ruichi. No, not Tenzen and Ruichi. Not anymore. They couldn't run or make any quick movements, but their stamina was infinite. Almost like
ま
zombies.
さか呪いの感染力がこんなにも増しているとは。私の治安維持執行部の怠慢だ。
Save the regrets for later. Nomiki was slowing down, but I grabbed her hand. We ran around a sharp corner, only to find... No, not Ao, too.
ここは任せて先に行ってと言ったばかりに。
The island kids were following along after Ao.
そうか。青はこの子たちに。
Well, she wasn't ruthless enough to take care of them. That's so like her. Let's go. I ran, pulling Nomiki by the hand.
みんなどうしてこんなことになってしまったんだ
Yeah, don't think about it too hard. You say no to the shaved ice and you get cursed. Nomiki kept looking over her shoulder as we ran, her face overcome with grief. It hadn't even been a day since the curse started spreading across the island. But it spread through the island's populace with an incredible explosive vigor. At this point, the only people who could stay for sure were safe with the two of us. How does the curse spread anyway?
接触感染だ
Does that mean like kissing or, you know, dirty stuff?
いや握手一つで移る
Oh, come on, that's the bar way too low. You don't even have to bite you?
あと稀に空気感染する
Okay, so we're completely screwed. Also, what's rarely supposed to
言
mean?
葉の通り触れてもいないのに突然感染することがあるだが触れれば 100% だ
You know, if you're really exerting yourself and like breathing hard and you're, you know, shooting little spit particles all over the place playing ping pong, it'll hit the other person and get them. I get the picture. Oh, this is one hell of an obnoxious curse. Speaking of which, sort of felt like the moment we started talking about contagions and stuff, it stopped being a curse and started being a disease. I desperately ran, dragging along Nomiki, who seemed to have given in to despair. But no matter how far I ran, zombified islanders kept popping out of the side streets one after another. Couldn't let my guard down for even a second. Damn it! Where are we supposed to go?
高原役場だ
Town hall? Got it. I see. It's right up ahead. But the wave of zombies had already washed over the town hall. Hey, this isn't gonna...
すまない高原少しだけ耐えてくれ
Nomiki ran off somewhere. Hey, Nomiki! Oh, crap! I couldn't let her touch me. My only choice was to run in circles. As the zombies couldn't run, I'd be safe as long as I had stamina. That meant it was only a matter of time. I made a break to the right end. Veering to the left. My escape routes were sealed off by cursed islanders one after another. Gah, damn it! I'm surrounded! Thought I was a goner for sure, but just then...
高原伏せろ
Huh? I ducked reflexively. Something shot through the air above my head, slamming into the scattering zombies. Hydro Gladiator Kai! Oh, wrong button. Nomiki met the zombies' charge with a fierce barrage of water. She must have gone to reload at a nearby water supply.
高原こっちに来るんだ
The reloaded Hydro Gladiator Kai knocked zombie after zombie to the ground. The water gun seriously has enough power to take out
い
zombies?
や退けているだけに過ぎないが逃げる時間は十分稼げる
Ah, got it. I mean, it is a water gun, I guess.
お前の分も給水しておいた
Ah, Hydro Caliber Type 0. I grasped its familiar grip in my hand.
呪いにかかった奴らは高いところには登れない歩くことしかできないからな
So, that means we're heading for...
放送塔だ
With a safe destination in mind, we worked to open the path. Water guns in hand, we made for the broadcast tower.
すまないみんな本当にすまない
Nomiki pulled the trigger over and over, grief-stricken. I mean, of course she would be. She was being forced to turn her gun on the islanders who'd been so happy to greet her just a day before. Yep, Shine, die. Roichi et al., on the other hand, received no mercy. However, Hydro Gladiator Kai suddenly went silent. Oh, he can shoot Ow, no problem. We'll enjoy it. I feel kind of bad about shooting Shiraha, but... Ow went Shira's been infected too. She wasn't out of ammo. It's only to be expected that Nomiki's peers would hold a special place in her hearts. Roichi and Tenzin aside. Her aim wavered. It looked like she was about to cry. Stand back, Nomiki. I turned my gun on them in her stead. Sorry. That left an incredibly bad taste in my mouth.
Takahara.
I'm fine. Let's go. We're almost there. I grabbed Nomiki's hand and rushed towards the broadcast tower. Knocking down islanders with our hydros as we ran, we finally reached the ladder. You climb first, Nomiki.
いや、お前が。
There's no time to argue. Go!
わかった。
At my urging, she started making her way up the ladder. I had to defend it until she made it to the top, even if it killed me. Zombies couldn't climb a ladder. They still might touch our legs if they reached out quickly enough. Plus, Nomiki still had a few shots left in her water gun. And as for mine, about 2 shots, I'd say. Hydro Caliber Type 0 was smaller than Hydro Gladiator Kai, so of course it stored less water, too. This was the only way to ensure Nomiki would be saved. And above all else... Nomiki can't even shoot you two! I blasted Ao and Shiraha, but Roichi and Tenzin appeared right behind them. I pulled the trigger one more time, but to no avail. Out of water. Well, I could think of worse ways to go than getting infected by the friends I've made on this island. I have, well, quite a few regrets, really.
高原、登ったぞ。
All I could do was look up at her and smile.
高原。
She noticed I wasn't aiming a Hydro Caliber Type 0. Probably guessed I was out of water. The expression she made was somewhere between grief and
お
rage.
前。このバカ。お前は私が守ると言っただろう。
No, actually, pretty sure I didn't.
絶対に守るんだ。
Nomiki took aim from atop the tower and sniped at Roichi and Tenzin.
早く登ってこい。私のところまで来るんだ。
Sorry. What was I apologizing for, I wonder? Oh, because the mood felt like you should. For needing her to save me? For giving up? I climbed the ladder, feeling sorry for any number of things. I reached the top of the tower right around the same time Nomiki ran out of water. Oh, you really saved me, thank... Nomiki hugged me before I could finish my sentence.
高原の大バカ者。お前がいなくなってしまっては私は。
Sorry. In the end, I could only apologize. But as I did, I gently held her close to me. We're almost like a pair of lovers reuniting after a war. It's like the ending of an act in a movie.
見ろ、高原。
Is that the ferry? It was slowly drifting away from the dock. I could just barely hear the accursed cries of "Kia!" intermingled with the sound of its steam whistle. Apparently, there were islanders on board. The curse is escaping out to the rest of the world.
週末の始まりだろうか。
Could be, yeah. We clung to each other as we watched the boat sail away. In the end, I guess we're the hero and heroine of this doomed world. Or something like that.
高原。
Nomiki, still safe within my arms, looked up at me. Then she closed her eyes. Nomiki. I gently pressed my lips to hers. Ah, man, this really is just like the ending of a movie. Smooch. Huh. I was making out with my pillow. Just another morning. It's pretty easy for me to process the situation, given how many times I've been through this. Yep. The entirety of yesterday freaking traumatized me. From the cursed scream to the kiss, the whole shebang. Today's dream brought on some intense self-loathing. Ha! Fearing the worst, I looked over at the door.
思春期
Not quite youth. Oh, not quite youth. I went out on patrol with Nomiki once again. We were on patrol, but... Ugh.
高原どうしてハイドロカリバーゼロ式をずっと構えている
No, I mean... Son managed to shake off that previous night's nightmare. I was feeling sort of jumpy.
おはようさん、お二人さん。
Eh? A voice suddenly rang out from the side, and I pivoted on the spot, pointing Hydro Caliber Type 0 towards it.
フリーズじゃん。
ほら高原ご老人に何をするそれとおばあちゃんフリーズは打つ方が言う言葉だ
Oh, someone's keeping her cool.
おや、どうした？
Whoa! From behind this time, I spun around my finger on the ready on Hydro Caliber Type 0's trigger.
やめろ
Blah! A jet of water to the face brought me back to my senses.
島の人たちに銃を向けるなと言っているだろう
Sorry, I was kind of moving on reflex.
今日は変だぞ何をビクビクしているんだ
Just a bit of a bad dream. I've been infected with the impulse to go on guard every time we ran into an islander. Getting shot by Nomiki might have finally cured me.
おやおや、悪い夢を見たのかい？
夢は人に話すと正夢にはならんというぞ。
Yeah, because then when you're explaining them, you finally realize how fucking stupid it was and that none of it makes sense. Did they really? I mean, I certainly hoped that a dream like that couldn't come true.
それなら私が聞いてやろうどんな夢だったんだ
Well, my eyes glued themselves on Nomiki's lips for a moment. I couldn't tear them away.
なんだどうした
No, nothing. I forced myself to look away from her lips. I don't really remember the dream very well. All I know for sure is that something was chasing me, and it was ridiculously scary.
そうか確かに夢というのは目覚めるとあっという間に忘れてしまうものだからな
Except really I remembered it with incredibly realistic clarity. That's why I'd been, or really, why I was still so fixated on Nomiki's lips. The sensation of kissing her in the dream came back to me. Nope. Kissing Nomiki wasn't a dream. I actually genuinely did it in real life last night, didn't I? The dream had so much impact that I pretty much overwrote that memory. The whole reason I had that dream in the first place was because of yesterday's kiss. So the sensation I was recalling of her lips on mine, that was the real deal.
どうした顔が赤いぞ
熱でもあるのか？
No, I don't. Oh, sure it's hot today, huh?
そうだなおばあちゃんたちも熱射病には気をつけるのだぞ
We parted ways with the old man and woman, and were left alone again.
本当に今日も暑いな
Nomiki was acting perfectly normal, tragically so. So in Nomiki's mind, the kiss really was something better off forgotten. Maybe I should see if I can get a reaction out of her. So, hey, Nomiki,
なんだ
kisses,
キス
sure are tasty, bread and fried, right? What?
天ぷら何の話だ
I know you can, like, deep fry Oreos. I don't know about, like, Hershey's Kisses. Heard that from one of the fishermen, that there's a great spot to catch kisses around here, see? I didn't know there was a type of fish, either that or it's just lying. I was thinking about checking it out soon.
ああ魚のことか
Yeah, that fish. They're called kisses, too.
そうか
Is this getting to her, or is it just me? Alright, let's give it one more push. Hey, Nomiki, about kisses. Do you like them?
キスは好きかって？
I figured I'd give you some if I catch any.
魚のキスだな。好きだぞ。魚のキスは海の女王と呼ばれるだけあって、とても上品な味だからな。
Oh, that sounds really good, actually.
天ぷらを塩やすだちでさっぱりといただくのが好みだ。
I see. So you're into kisses. Two, huh?
ああ、魚のキスだぞ。
Yeah, the fish. Nomiki blushed brightly and went up quiet. That settles that question. She was definitely still thinking about yesterday's kiss. She was just pretending it wasn't bothering her. I was a bit happy about that. Oh boy, right into another dream. Terrifying fish-related nightmare. It was an unusually dark night. I stood alone in front of my house. There wasn't a single sign of anyone else nearby. Or so I thought, but then... I heard footsteps. Someone was running towards me. I looked over and saw Nomiki. She was running towards me. Her whole face lit up with a brilliant smile. Nomiki!
Takahara!
She closed in on me in an instant and jumped straight at me. Whoa! She wrapped her arms around my neck, squeezing me tightly. And then...
Woo-choo!
Woo! She forcefully, passionately kissed me. Nomiki?
高原、今日もたくさんキスをしような。むちゅー。
She kissed me incessantly. I didn't even have time to
あ
reply.
らあら。
Yep, youth, indeed. Kyoko-san!
家の前だっていうのに。
No, don't call my parents, please!
二人とも偉いわね。はい、ありがとうございます。
Excuse me? Kyoko-san's response came totally out of left field. What on earth is going on? Kyoko-san's reaction freaked me out so much I practically ran away from the house. And we started our patrol as usual.
そうだ、高原。
Hmm?
むちゅー。
I turned around and I was kissed without warning. In the middle of the busy street, too!
お、今日もやってるな。
仲良きことは美しきかな。
Whoa! Row to 10! They saw us in the worst possible moment. But for some reason, they were smiling brightly at us.
はい。
Yes?
ナイス。
ナイスチューだ。
Gave me an enthusiastic thumbs up and went other way.
褒められてしまったな。
Wait just a second, Nomiki.
どうした？
What else? What's with all this kissing?
今日の私のキスは変か？いつもと同じだと思うが。
Nah, needs more tongue. As always?
私たちは毎日キスをしているではないか。
Well, every day!
私たちがキスをするのは当然の関係だろ。
I mean, yeah, kissing every day is pretty normal. Huh? So, we're dating?
そんなハレンチな関係ではないぞ。
What kind of non-dating relationship would involve kisses being only natural?
高原は今日はキスしたくないのか？
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I wasn't opposed to Nomiki kissing me at all. Heck, I was all for it.
よし。なら確かめてみよう。
Huh? Make sure what?
むちゅー。
Her lips rendered me mute once more. It was awfully forceful for a quick kiss. Definitely more on the passionate end of the spectrum. What's up with the kiss inflation right around here? Is this kissing heaven? Nomiki's kissing continued on completely indiscriminately.
高原。むちゅー。は あんたたち今日もやってるわね。
What, you want in? Nao's only reaction to witnessing our kiss was a warm smile. She accepted it readily without even shifting into pervert mode.
のみきも毎日偉いわね。ナイスチュー。あ、キスは我慢するものではないからな。
If you say so.
うんうん、本当にのみきは偉いわ。
What, will it give you a bladder infection?
高原、褒められたぞ。
Yeah, good for you. Even at the harbor.
高原、チューだ。夢中。
お、今日もやってるな。
この分じゃ今日は大量だな。もう一回船出すか。
Is our kissing some sort of good omen for them or something? And even at the beach.
高原、夢中。
All right, here's one for you. You know, one that I did on one good date once. You know, you go swimming, whether it's at the lake or the ocean. You take a nice big like inner tube with you. You know that you can sit on and float. You know the ones. Anyway, good old, you know, flip someone over in it. They go in the drink. They come up in the water. You throw the inner tube like over them, so that way it's like around their head, and then you dive under, and you're right there, face to face with them. No one can see. Locked away from the world. It's just you and them. And then you can kiss them all you want. No one can see. It's fine. Like go to town, kids. There's a technique from old Uncle Joe you can use. Shira! Surely doing this in front of Shira can't possibly be.
ナイスチュー。
Even Shira spurred us on with a thumbs up.
夢中。
うちの定食よりもうまそうなキスだ。大したもんだな。
Okay, but no like deep tongue kissing right after eating. That's kind of gross. I don't want to taste what you were eating like 5 minutes ago. At least have some water first. That was a compliment? The rest of the day went on in much the same manner. Nomiki absolutely showering me with kisses. Ah, man. Kissing that much really tires you out. Never thought I'd kiss someone enough to get tired, even in my dreams. Kissing was pretty much the same as breathing for us at that point. Yeah, it kind of loses its appeal, you know, everything in moderation.
好きな時にいつでもキスができる。こんなに素晴らしいことはない。
Nomiki was smiling contentedly. Still couldn't make heads or tails of the situation, but if it meant I got to see her smile like that, I didn't mind. Nomiki,
なんだ？
I took a step closer, preparing to kiss her. When I really thought about it, I'd been on the receiving end all day and hadn't initiated at all yet.
何をする？
And she rejected me. Huh? Wait, why?
まったく。高原は節操がないな。
Are you in any place to say that? She's fine with doing it herself, but doesn't want to have it done to her? What?
さて、もうすぐ暗くなる。
Huh? Get dark. It's been dark the whole time, though?
今日はこのぐらいにしよう。
Hey, Nomiki?
私は家に帰る。にも伝えたいんだ。
Uh-huh. As always, I couldn't quite make out her words. And the world was engulfed in a brilliant light. Oh boy, was it the 15th? No, 14th. Ugh. Oh god, back of my throat's getting really itchy. The pollen is bad today. And I have the window open, the fan blowing right at me. It doesn't help that they mowed around the house and like kicked up all the pollen. Ugh. Morning, huh? Opened my eyes to find myself in my own room. I mean, of course I was. Again? Really? Yet another Nomiki dream. We spent the whole dream kissing too. Dream or not, after kissing her that many times, I could still feel the sensation on my lips. Felt like I'd sullied Nomiki with my desires. I'd got kissed, but was rejected when I tried to kiss her myself. No, that wasn't me getting rejected. It was It's probably some sort of metaphor for my own lack of initiative. Oh, I've only had the guts to kiss her in real life. I sat up and looked down at my pillow. I lifted it up, buried my face in it, and closed my eyes. Okay, Nomiki's right in front of me right now. I'll kiss her. Right into my pillow. Smooch. Ugh. It was so easy when it wasn't the real thing. Right around then, I felt someone staring at me.
青春ね。
思春期だね。
Ah! It was another perfectly normal morning. Seriously though, what was up with that? A dream where I did nothing but kiss Nomiki. That was way too intense. We were throwing public decency to the wind. Nomiki, the guardian of the island's public order herself, doing something like that? It was a bit too unrealistic even for a dream. My imagination just trash or something? But still. Keep it together, Takahata Heidi. You're not going to be able to look Nomiki in the eye at this rate. I slapped myself on the cheeks to drive away my delusions.
何をしているんだ?
Good morning! Great weather for patrol, right? I was just getting myself psyched up, that's all.
そうか。心強いな。
It was probably just my imagination. It looked like Nomiki was blushing a little bit.
では、今日もよろしく頼むぞ。
I tried to ignore the feeling that something was a bit off, and we went off on patrol. We strolled around the island, hydros in hand. Naturally, Nomiki didn't catch me off guard with a kiss. Not even once. We greeted the islanders we passed by as usual. No problems here, looks like. Finally managed to get myself back into a normal state of mind, and was immersed in my Youth Association executive duties. But something about the way Nomiki was acting seemed a bit off. She started spacing out the moment we arrived in this particular spot. Her face was weirdly red too upon closer inspection. She raised a hand to her lips and stood there, stock still, like she was deep in reflection about something. Or so I thought, until she let out a moan. Hey, Nomiki? What's wrong? You gonna throw up?
高原。
Yep, that's my name. You seemed really out of it for a moment there. And you were kind of, moaning?
うなってなどないぞ。聞き間違いじゃないか?
Really? Oh, well, okay, I guess.
よ、ご両人。
見回りご苦労だな。
Oh, it's Roichi and Ten.
なぜいきなりや
She opened fire on them. Nomiki! What the heck was that for? Roichi hadn't even stripped yet. There was no reason to shoot Tenzin whatsoever.
すまない。つい。
で撃たれて納得できるか
不意打ちを撃ち落とせないと特訓が足りん。
Need to stay on your toes. While Roichi snapped, Tenzin was apparently blaming himself for some reason.
どうせ脱ぐから先に打っておいただけだ。
あ
I don't think that one's gonna hold up in court.
そういうこと言っちゃうんだ。じゃあ脱いじゃおーっと。もう撃たれたから撃ったらおかしいもんね。
Double jeopardy isn't a thing here. You're gonna die. Roichi threw off his shirt, practically asking Nomiki to shoot him. No stripping.
まあ、ハイリと飲み気は別計算なのかよ。
For some reason, Tenzin was staring at me, holding his racket at the ready. I wasn't about to take him up on the challenge, though.
くそ、全然行くぞ。
You should have, though.
こい
You
つが一緒にい
wanted
たらま
to.
た撃たれる。
You don't get shot if you don't strip.
今撃たれたじゃねえかよ。
Roichi left, absolutely seething. As for Tenzin, he looked at Nomiki, nodded, then looked over at me.
詳しいことはわからないが支えてやれ。
Then he chased after Roichi. What's wrong, Nomiki? That wasn't like you.
本当はすまないことをしたと思っているんだ。
Well, yeah. You shot him before you even stripped. Hey, Nomiki? Taking a closer look again, Nomiki's face was as red as a boiled lobster. She was holding a hand to her mouth, too. Hey, there really is something weird going on with you, isn't there?
キスのことなんて全然気にしてないぞ。
Huh? Huh? The kiss? Nomiki was struck speechless. Then her blush spread out across her whole face.
天ぷらのことだ。あれから
うん
キスの天ぷらが気になってしまって。
Ah, right, yeah, the fish. Nah, that can't possibly be true, can it? There's no way talking about fried fish would make her act this suspiciously. Nomiki was touching her mouth again. No, not just her mouth. It's more accurate to say her lips.
こんな場所であんな風紀を乱すようなことを。
Yep, talking about fish. I knew it. She's thinking about kissing me and fixating on it. Furuichi and Tenzan were around to see it when we kissed here. The memory must have seemed even more vivid when they showed up. Wait, that was all the dream. It happened in my gross, disease-ridden dream the night before. No way, right? Nomiki had a dream like that too?
何か言ったか？
No, just talking to myself.
そうか。
Could Nomiki have dreamed about kissing me last night too? And in the same place, and seen by the same two people? Is that sort of coincidence even possible? We were up in the mountains when we accidentally kissed, somewhere completely unrelated to here. But we still had the same sort of dream on the same day? That's beyond coincidental. Or maybe we had the same dream together. My train of thought ended up somewhere really ridiculous. No, that's just plain impossible.
また何か言ったか？
Nope, sure didn't.
ないのか？
That's right.
そうか。ならいいが。
It's not possible, right? Yeah, that's sort of occult stuff, that is. It was just a bad dream, plain and simple. Whew. We're just flying through the days, huh? Opened my eyes to a perfectly normal, bright sunny morning. Oh, feels like it's been ages since I've woken up normally. Did I not have any dreams last night? It sort of felt like I might have had one and just forgot about it. And now not dreaming anything feels sort of sad. I've been meeting with Nomiki every night in my dreams as of late, after all. Not getting to see her for a night made me a bit lonely. Oh, I think I'll head out early today. I wanted to see her so badly I couldn't help it. The reporters showed up to talk with Nomiki about the article that day. I guess they wanted her to contribute something in her own words. The interview was supposed to make it to the paper, too.
突然インタビューなどと言われ困ります。私の言葉なんて誰も読みたくないでしょうし。
いえ、ぜひミキさんの言葉でこの島の魅力を紹介してもらえたらと。
やはりこの島のことを思うミキさんの言葉がある方が記事内容にも説得力が増すと思うんです。で
も
I mean, why not? Saying something in the article on behalf of the Youth Association makes sense to me. Plus, the reporters will spin it all to make it sound good when they're writing up the article. I mean, you will, right?
それなりに言葉は整えさせてもらいますが、
Yeah.
本はままでいきます。
事前に原稿もお見せしますから、もし何か不都合なことがあれば直しますよ。
How ethical. There you go.
そう言われては受けないわけにはいかないか。
ありがとうございます。
でも何を話せばいいのか。
Nomiki's feelings for the islands were so broad and deep that she was probably having a tough time summing them all up. I know. How about they ask you for some questions and you answer them? You can do it interview style.
ええ、いいですよ。
私たちがミキさんから この島のいいところをたくさん引き出してみせますね。
Yeah, learn all the good makeout spots from
そう
her.
してもらえると助かります。
She's really been mulling them over. You got this, Nomiki.
ありがとう、高原。
Okay, bring on the questions.
ほら、まだ心の準備が。
では早速、まずは改めてお名前からお願いします。
Started out a bit rough, but once she was in the swing of it, Nomiki answered their questions one after
こ
another.
の島には都会にあるようなものは何もないかもしれません。
Not even a 7-Eleven.
でも、だからこそ自
Where
由
are you
なんで
supposed
す。
to get your strong zeros?
自由ということは何でもできるし、何をしてもいいんです。
Y'all just brewing like bathtub hooch?
この島ではないものは誰かが作ってしまいます。それは既製品とは全く違ってオリジナリティあふれるもので、だからこそ面白いんです。何もないことで生まれる豊かさを味わえるのが
Mm-hmm.
この島の魅力だと思います。
Yeah, I gotta go to those small town, locally made furniture stores. I'm lucky that I live pretty close to Amish country, so I can do that. I can go and buy like any furniture I need, like handmade, which I actually really like. I had like no store-bought stuff growing up as a kid, because my grandfather, he was a heck of a woodworker. Too many W's in that sentence. So anything we needed, he made. My dresser, he made. My bed frame, he made. Drawers, like just nightstand, he made. Tables and chairs, he made. Hell, even some toys. Like I had some like take apart wooden trucks and stuff and tractors that he made. Like he was really good. He's getting up there, and you know, had a stroke a couple years ago, so that really kind of took him out of it. But even before that, it was getting to the point where he'd go down to the wood shop and be like, I don't really remember how to use this one. It's like one of his like jigsaws or whatever. Yeah, jigsaw. It's like, okay, let's not let you come down here alone, Pepe. Huh? So he mainly sticks to puzzles now.
なるほど。何もないからこそ全てを生み出す力があると。
So I hate like going to IKEA and like Walmart to buy furniture because it's all fucking crap. It's all particle board, fucking plywood, dog shit. No soul.
はい。
では、この島で一番好きな風景というのはありますか？
これは私だけかもしれませんが、
Broadcast tower.
構いませんよ。
夜の放送塔から眺める島の景色が好きです。
島のですか？星とかではなく？
星ももちろん綺麗なんですが、島の明かりも私は好きなんです。何時になってもどこかで明かりがついている。それは家だったり船だったり街灯だったり。
I mean, from up there, you can probably see across to the
その明
mainland.
かりを見ていると温かさを感じるんです。きっとその温かさは人のつながりから来るもので、まるで家族のような温かさなんです。
I've been so preoccupied with the starry sky that I hadn't noticed it myself. Calling the bonds between people familial sort of made it sound like she was calling the islanders her family. It reminded me of something she said before, that her parents were on the mainland and that she was living on the island alone. I figured she might very well be lonely in truth.
なるほど。島の人ならではの視点ですね。ぜ
did
ひ
you
紙
say
面
that?
で紹介したい言葉で
That's
す。
probably back on the common route, which is why I fucking don't remember it. The reporters looked really satisfied as he jotted down
こんな
notes.
何でもない話で本当にいいんでしょうか。普通の話をしているだけなんですが。
とてもいい話ですよ。
そうですか。
Nomiki looked a bit confused and embarrassed by the unexpected compliment. Thought it sounded really nice too. Thinking of that sort of thing as normal really was one of the islands. No, one of Nomiki's charms. She made it sound so appealing that I wanted to see the landscape she described myself. That's why I was certain that if it made it to the paper, a whole lot of people would end up feeling the same way. Later that night, I decided to go out to the broadcast tower on a hunch. I knew it. I had a feeling she'd be up there, and I was right on the mark. She was up atop the tower. She was gazing out into the distance, and hadn't noticed me standing below her yet. I asked her not to climb up at night when I wasn't around, but I hadn't really thought that would stop her. I mean, considering how she talked about it with the reporters earlier in the day, of course it wouldn't. Besides, she'd been doing it for ages without incident up until now. Hey! I shook off the whole thought process and called up to her.
Takahara?
So, mind if I climb up there too?
ここにか?
Ah, right. You said it was pretty cramped, didn't you? That was why she wouldn't let me up last time I asked. Since we'd end up pressing up against each other.
いいぞ。
は?
上がってきてもいいぞ。かなり狭いが、それでも良ければ。
Have you showered? Yeah, of course, that's fine with me. Okay, I'm coming up.
うむ。
I celebrated internally as I took hold of the ladder. Does this mean she doesn't mind being in a super close quarters with me? She was against it last time, so she must feel differently about me now, right? Maybe she actually wants to get super close to me. I made it to the top of the tower as all those thoughts ran through my head. Made it up.
うむ。
I stood atop the tower for the first time. Really was cramped, just barely big enough for the two of us. Nomiki was pretty much pressed up against my arms. Feeling the slight warmth of her body heat set my heart racing. Sorry for showing up out of nowhere.
うむ。驚いたぞ。急にどうしたんだ？あ、私がまた落ちないか見に来てくれたのか？
Well, that was part of it. Couldn't stop thinking about what you said this afternoon.
昼間の？
You talked about how you liked looking at the town's lights from up here, right?
あ
So I thought it'd be nice to see it for myself,
あ、
too.
そうか。
Nomiki quietly smiled and looked out into the distance again. But she wasn't looking at the town. She was looking farther out towards the ocean. Not looking at the town's lights?
あ、それも好きなんだが、私は実はいつもここで両親の帰りを待っているんだ。
Oh god, this is like her fucking widow's porch. She smiled happily as she spoke. If you don't know, that's like I was about to say you see it a lot in like Victorian literature, like early mid 1800s, you know, where the wistful widow has her house in the porch overlooking the sea as she's like withering away from tuberculosis, being like, oh, I have to be out here so that way when my long lost husband who disappeared at sea comes home, I'll be here for him, like that kind of thing, that kind of vibe. Just staring off at the sea wistfully for someone who's never going to come, that kind of thing. Something was weird about that. Your parents? Didn't you say they were on the mainland? I was positive that's what she told me. That's why she was living alone. But in that case, why would she be waiting for her parents to come home like this?
ああ、そういえばそうだったな。
But that was all Nomiki said in reply. She didn't seem to pay it much mind at all. She hadn't answered my question at all. The way she brushed it off felt really unnatural to me. Hey, Nomiki, are your parents really... Just as I was about to ask about them. Ooh, neat. I saw a butterfly. No, I mean, I thought I saw one. Only for just about a second, but looked like a brightly glowing butterfly flew right out of Nomiki. Did I just imagine it? Why would a butterfly fly out of Nomiki? That doesn't make any sense. Besides, I've never heard of glowing butterflies before. It vanished so quickly, too. My eyes must be playing tricks on me. Must have mistaken one of the town's lights that were shining behind Nomiki for a butterfly or something. I convinced myself it was nothing and looked back out to the pitch-black ocean. The ocean was so dark at night, it seemed to be an endless sea of black. Nomiki stared out into the darkness, unmoving. She wasn't listening to me at all. What was she talking about a moment ago, though? Waiting for her parents to come home? Couldn't imagine anyone emerging from that dark ocean she was staring at. So then, just what was she really waiting for? Ooh, the plot thickens. Weird thing with the iridescent shades, though. That's kind of wacky, a little funky. But, ladies and gentlemen, that seems like a good place to stop for today because it's like 6 o'clock and I want to get this video processed and uploaded. So, with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and check out the Discord link in the description down below. And I will see you all next time for the next episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where we will continue with Nomiki's route. And hopefully, I'll be finished recording it by the end of the week. So that way, hopefully, like next week for you guys, it'll be done. Because I gotta start getting through these routes, man. The anime's airing. I gotta finish before it's done, so that way I can get my reaction to that out while it's still like in the zeitgeist and it's like still, you know, the search engine's optimized for it. So I gotta hurry up and finish this episode, so that way something about recording the next one. I don't know where I'm going with this. Bye guys. I'm gonna go take some allergy medicine. Mwah.